Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results.
So stressful when the world's on fire. Good God. I can't look at this, guys. Like, my strategy is you buy it and you hope that you got a good spot. Yeah, but we all think you're crazy. You don't fight this. No way. The markets are freaking out and you don't think that anything is wrong? Come back tomorrow and I'll lose it all. Should be fun.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm just kind of getting myself settled here. Oh, where's my music? Where's my music? Coming in and looking at the chart, so it looks like we moved down on the initial jobless claims, 227 versus 235. Come on. There we go. $227,000 versus the expected 235, and continued jobless claims continue to edge up 1.965 versus the expected 1.965, actually. Or that is higher than previous reading of 1.964. And yeah, we have recovered that though, and I'm getting a lot of clicks and some action here, so some interesting things going on over there. Let's come over to the charts and see where we're at. Hopefully. There we go. By the way, I figured out how to use the NinjaTrader charts with the fancy zones. Basically, you have to use keyboard shortcuts to do it. But now everything is in a nice, perfect grid. Isn't it lovely? Okay. Anyways, so yesterday the Treasuries really moved up. There was an auction. I think that maybe had something to do with it. But honestly, it moved up a lot, and I'm not 100% sure why. But another guess I have is that we saw like quite a bit of movement over in the S&P 500. So there was some movement over here on, oh man, I can't even remember what the headline was, but we did have some selling early on in the day yesterday. And there's like a lot of stuff kind of happening with momentum, and momentum strategies are apparently getting killed. So I think that what's happening is you're getting a little bit of flight to safety, not because anything like overtly is happening, but just like the momentum strategies are all kind of fleeing to treasuries. Now, oil down just a tad, gold and silver. Well, I don't really like the way that chart in gold looks, but here's silver, copper. Copper still reeling from that huge jump we had a few days ago, and the Japanese yen actually not doing a whole lot, but the dollar strengthening considerably, and I do think, or I'm kind of getting hints from research that we may be due for a bit of a rally in the dollar here. That they've gotten a little bit too far ahead of fundamentals. So that's where we're at. Sorry, I will not be here for very long because I have a dentist appointment today. Apparently, I need to floss. So they need to do that. So we'll only be here for like 30 minutes. That kind of sucks, right? But, you know, this is the week to do that stuff. Okay, so yesterday, I also put in a video out. I did just a little bit of recording last night. So, kind of messed up my camera settings again. So let's fix that, shall we? Three seems right on. The video, actually, you know what? I set the video up to be like, 7:30 or something, but I should change that to just be like when we end here. I didn't see this 2 days ago. I made a video, is order flow useless? And this guy says, it's useless in my opinion because the book is faked off and limit orders get canceled all the time. And that was the entire narrative that the video was there to talk about. He didn't even watch the video. He didn't even watch the video. But thanks for the comment. It helps the engagement. Helps the engagement. Oh yeah, where were we going? We're going to YouTube Studio and we were looking at this video. Wait, I'm kind of a little bit confused about what video he was, because the thumbnail for that video is weird. Maybe that's just the thumbnail. That I don't know. Oh, there it is. This is much further back. Oh, well, that was November. I put out so many videos at the beginning of the year, man. It's crazy. We should schedule this to be at the top of the hour. There we go. There we go. Get that there. So that when it's time, I will have the link for you. You know what? I haven't gone and looked at analytics for a while. Let's go check that. And it looks like not much has changed in the last 90 days. I think I want to make a video, why order flow. I think that would be a really useful video. I know. I'm still thinking about that comment because it's just kind of funny. Like, they say, oh, well, order flow is useless because a lot of limit orders just cancel. And it's funny because what we're really watching is the rate of cancellations. Yes, they canceled. That's the whole point. People are lazy, I guess. I guess that's what it really comes down to. Okay, can you explain that watching rate of cancellation? Okay, so let's recenter here. So right now, the book is pretty even between the buyers and the sellers on the inside, right? We've got about 1,700 bids, 2,100 offers, right? Okay, now we just moved down. How many orders canceled? We traded 1,200. But there was 1,700 on there. So about 500 lots canceled for us to tick down, right? Now, let's just say that all of a sudden, at 04 half, we start trading through 04 half. There was 4,000 contracts. Okay, it only took 1,200. What's going on? The buyers are jumping out of the way. The market makers are saying, there is enough evidence of informed trading on the short side that I don't really want to take fills here. So what does that kind of suggest to you right now? Well, I personally wouldn't be looking for a long right now. Maybe, well, there's another tick down. That one's 34.30 out of 5K, so they're still kind of pulling, but there is more volume trading there. Right? There's a real trend short for me. Oh, by the way, you know, I should have turned on our robot. Oh, well. It's a little too late. I bet you it would have gotten triggered into a short earlier, but... Now, if that all of a sudden changed, let's say that at 03 half, not only did we trade through that and it took more than 4,000, but then it trades that over and over and multiple thousands traded there and the same at 03. Well, now that says to me that the market makers have kind of shifted. They've shifted from, okay, there's a high probability of informed trading. I don't want to get in the way of this, to all of a sudden, I really want fills in here. Well, that's maybe a place where we're probably going to stay there for a while is what usually happens. Usually we stick around that area 45 minutes. And then we can see, depending on why possibly they're selling, is there going to be another leg of selling, or is there going to be a reversal? If there's going to be a reversal, the reversal tends to happen earlier, though. Okay. So that's kind of why the cancellations matter. So another way of presenting this is I have an indicator. I'm not going to bother going and pulling it out and everything. But you can basically see how many orders stacked and pulled. It's called, well, let's go find what the name of it was. Yeah, it's level 2 changes. So here in level 2 changes, there's one data series that shows every time that the bid or offer increases and every time that the bid or offer decreases. And what you're going to find is that price tends to move in the direction that there is more pulling. So basically, when what causes price to move is when the market orders exhaust the liquidity available at that price. But one of the key things for that to happen is that the market maker has to decide that they don't want to offer liquidity at that price anymore. Well, we bounced up. That's actually... Well, so remember I said if there's going to be a reversal, it tends to happen quick. Well, it was the reversal. But we didn't get any absorption. Actually, we got a better signal. It is basically you started to see market orders come in the other way. Can you see it there on the cumulative delta? We moved down, and then we started seeing the market orders. So that's one that I would really, really keep an eye out for. It's like you just had a really strong move down, and now all of a sudden you're seeing market orders respond. That tends to create a reversal. Oh, it looks like the algorithm would indeed have taken a trade, but it looks like it would have taken along at like exactly the wrong time. So a little skeptical of the algorithm doing well today, because I still expect things to be relatively tight. But it is moving around a lot. It is sliding around a little bit, so... Saying liquidity in the buy side is heavy? Well, there is a 48 and a 45, and there's a 5K down in 111, but that's at the even number, and those are just at the lows. So I wouldn't read too much into that. But liquidity is looking pretty good these days, isn't it? Especially for the summer. For the summer, this is really good. Man, you know what? That went by so fast. Just realizing it's time for me to get going. All right, guys. Well, sorry it has to be so short. Let me grab the new video for you guys. So I'm reviewing a KVM switch here. They're having a sale over on Amazon, and there's a discount code. So if you've ever wanted to get a KVM switch, and this one is 144 hertz KVM switch. So yeah, if you've ever wanted to get one of those, now is maybe the time. So I'll give you guys that link in the comments, and I gotta get going. See you tomorrow. Stay excellent.